Hello, welcome to DK Buljat. I'm glad you're here. Today I'm working on this beach picture. I'm going to show you it. It's at the side road as you're driving back from the beach here in Oregon. And you can't actually walk out to those rocks, but, well, I mean, you can, but it's not easy. You can't just jump out of the car and walk out there. Okay, I'm going to use these colors. So I'm using Gamblin paint, Phthalo blue, ultramarine, cool white, and titanium white. And I'm putting in the water, and so I'm going to need to put some tape down. The tape is going to stop the paint from going onto the sand, as long as I don't paint up underneath the tape. And I have plenty of room to work around the blue that I just painted on there not too long ago. It's still kind of damp. So this is just going to go, well, I'm just going to put it right up and over. Make sure I've got this pretty much straight. Might help to stand up. Yes, it does help to stand up. And over the sides. There we go. And then I'll be painting in the water that is closer, but right behind the rocks here. I've mixed together the ultramarine, the phthalo, and the cool white to make the ocean water. Not worried about the light on the water yet. I'm just concerned about getting the water in. Water finds its own level, so we're going to paint it pretty straight. There we go. That's going to help give the illusion. And then this water just ends up being right up against the sand, which I'm going to need to put more sand there. That's okay. I can do that. I don't have sand color mixed up, nor would I do it today anyway. If I was to put the sand color in, I'm going to go over the side here, I would end up making some kind of mucky color that's between the blue, mixing the blues together, and the sand. I don't want to do that, so I won't do it today. I'll wait till this dries. It doesn't take that long to dry. Putting in the water around the rock. And I can switch up the brush. I don't have to keep using the fan brush. The fan brush works really well for the water that's big in a bigger area. But for now, I'm sticking with it. Side to side. And this whole area right here, it's going to be from the pretty much all the way down this rock here. We'll put the tree in again. Don't worry about that. It'll go back. And this is oil paint. Like I said, it's Gamblin oil paint. It's made here in Portland, as far as I know, unless something changed. Okay, so back and forth with the brush. Just a side-to-side motion. On this canvas. And this color in the background is I believe it's the sky color. Me painting the sky color on there. There we go. just sort of a side-to-side brush stroke. I need to be careful because I was painting up and under that. I can always wipe it off if I get underneath there. It's just more work to do that. I'd rather have fun and paint. Moving paint's not that difficult. Unless it's in like a really nice shirt that you want to, you know, wear out sometime. And then it's difficult to get the paint out. But I don't have to worry about that. The clothes I wear when I paint, I'm not worried about it getting on the clothes. Okay, so again, I'm just going side to side with this brush. And we'll come back in with sand over the top of it. And this is a lighter blue. I've mixed a little bit of the white in it to reflect the sky. And back here as well. You know what would be good is to tape off the rock. In fact, why don't I do that? I think I will. Got plenty of extra tape right here. The best I can, right? So we're going to come in with that highlight. And this can take a little bit of time. I might just wipe it off the top of that rock. Okay, so I've got white and phthalo blue and ultramarine mixed together, and I'm just going to paint off the tape onto the water, off the tape onto the water, and avoiding that rock edge, I'm going to paint across. And that one I went the opposite way, so we'll see if it bled through on there. There's a little bit of light right here. I'm going to tape off that little bit of a rock there. And I'm so glad you joined me today. We're almost done here. There we go. That'll work. And if I go off the tape, it'll be fine. I'm glad you joined me. Yeah, if you're an artist, let me know. Let me know what you do. I would love to have a comment from you. So this from here, I'm just going to paint across the tape and go across the blue. For that little bit of ocean effect, right? Same thing, a little lower. And same thing, even a little bit lower. Turning the brush the other way, but still just going right across from the top of the tape over. And then down the side here. There we are. And it will give the illusion of ocean water with the reflection of the sky. And there's a little bit right at where it meets the ground. And we'll have to put in more ground up that way, I think. I'm going from the tape over. I'll just put more water in. There we go. Pulling from the tape over. So I'm not painting up underneath the tape. There we go. And I think that's I'm gonna call that good for today. Let's see if we can get that over. There we are. And yes, I will put in the sand there later. Like I said, I need to let it dry and then come back and do that. Going over the side. I'm gonna call that good enough for today. So take off the tape. And I'll have to take some of that off with a Q-tip. I can see it on the rock. Immediately my eyes see that on the rock. Okay, and sometimes if you can't get the tape off, use a butter knife. Use a butter knife. No, use a painting knife. There we go. There we are. And it's not like I'm not going to be painting the rock again, because I will be doing that with oil. Okay, and then we're going to take the tape off that goes from side to side. There we are. Nice. I'm getting the excess paint off this brush. I'm just going to pull across where there's like a ripple here. There we are. There will probably be a ripple in the water too. Yeah, I'm very glad you joined me. Please like and subscribe. And if you want to leave me a positive comment, I would love it. If I was to do a live video, what would Monday work? You know, what time Monday? If I did it 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time Monday, would that work for some of you? You could let me know. Just send me a note or leave a comment. Okay, I'm going to call that good for today. And I've said before in my videos, I clean the brush with Daniel Smith walnut oil. So I'm going to do that. But I'm so glad you joined me. And God bless you, my friend. I'll see you in the next video.